Well, guess what? The WNBA, which believed Angel Reese and whatever she thought she heard, hook, line, and sinker, with no regards for the new WNBA fans, which now, by the way, greatly outnumbered the old ones. And you old fans, you ones accusing us of racism and all that, y'all just took an L, and a big one.
Opponent, he's a legitimate threat, a powerful, aggressive, and physical fighter in his prime. Unlike the exhibition fights Pacquiao has dabbled in recently, this is a real championship bout under live-fire conditions. And while Barrios has tasted defeat before including a loss to Gervonta Davis, it's those kinds of fights that have seasoned him. He knows what it means to be on a big stage. He knows what it means to prepare for danger. And above all, he knows what it would mean to be the man who retired Manny Pacquiao for good, remember, when Angel Reese was calling out Caitlin Clark fans for being hostile and toxic. Well, this is awkward. The WNBA just concluded their investigation into alleged inappropriate comments against Reese at the Indiana Fever game, and the results are devastating for her credibility. Zero evidence, no recordings, no credible witnesses, nothing but social media chatter. Tyler Marsh, her own coach, confirmed he heard nothing during the entire game.
WNBA released a statement today, essentially clearing Fever fans of the misconduct allegations from the Fever Sky game, the season opener for both teams.
So the question everyone's asking now is, did Angel Reese and her supporters just manufacture drama to target Caitlin Clark and Fever fans? And how did instant karma hit all those that fueled the allegations, including some notable ESPN reporters? If you support the Fever, comment I stand with the Fever down below. Let's go. So it looked like the Chicago Sky has released a statement pretty much saying we lied. You know what's wild? The WNBA launched a full investigation into these alleged racist comments, and guess what they found absolutely nothing on? May 18th, the league put out official statements about condemning hate and discrimination, making it sound like something serious went down at Gainbridge Fieldhouse during the Fever versus Sky game. They used all the right language about racism having no place in the league or society. The Indiana Fever immediately cooperated, releasing their own statement confirming they were working with the investigation and remain committed to providing a safe environment for all players.
It is embarrassing. It's absolutely embarrassing. It is absolutely embarrassing. And the fact is that originally it's, oh yeah, you know, we're looking towards everything. Then they had to double down. They actually redacted this statement. They redacted a statement. They redacted the statement saying we're looking at everything, saying, no, we're actually not looking at most of the stuff. We're looking at a lie spread on social media that went viral. We are looking into a literal lie spread on social media that got spoken into fact. We're looking at a lie.
A lie, but this is where things get interesting. Nobody at the actual game heard anything suspicious. Coach Tyler Marsh straight up admitted his team had no clue about any hate speech until they saw it blow up on social media later when reporters asked him when he became aware of the alleged racist remarks. His answer was brutally honest. When everyone else did think about that for a second, the head coach of the Chicago Sky, sitting right there on the bench, had zero knowledge of any inappropriate comments directed at his own player during the entire game.
Talk about investigation with your teams for that investigation.
Yeah, I think we agree. I think we're, in compliance with them, with the league, and obviously there's no room or space in our game for hate. So we're complying with everything that's going on.
Coach, when did you become aware that there was hate speech that happened?
I think when everyone else did. I think that it's something that we heard about, and so. Again, we're just forthcoming with anything that the league is able to do investigation-wise.
The Sky organization was completely blindsided learning about their own players' alleged experience through Twitter posts and viral videos rather than from Angel Reese herself or anyone else who was actually present. This timeline makes zero sense. If something genuinely happened during the game, media members who were courtside covering the game remained silent about hearing anything inappropriate. Security footage revealed nothing noteworthy.
Oh, Tyler Marsh is about to get run out of Chicago. First things first, let's hear what Angel Reese has to say. Let's hear Angel Reese. And if you guys pay attention, listen to her voice and listen to how she's on the edge of breaking down. Very funny.
Hate speech.
Yeah, obviously there's no place in this league for that. I think the WNBA.
Let's also watch the nervous body language, the nervous twitching. Yeah,
Our team and our organization has done a great job supporting me. I've had communication from everyone, from so many people across this league, and being able to support me and going through this whole process. Obviously, it could happen to me, it could happen to anyone, and I think they've done a great job supporting us in this.
How did it affect you Saturday, trying to do your job, trying to play, and having this going on simultaneously?
Yeah, obviously it's tough, but I think I have a great support system. I'm loved by so many people, and obviously in the moment it's hard to hear, but my support system is great.
The WNBA's investigation involved gathering information from fans, team, and arena staff, plus a comprehensive review of audio and video from the game. They left no stone unturned. Even the Indiana Fever organization cooperated, fully remaining confident their fans weren't involved in anything inappropriate. The Fever's willingness to participate openly in the investigation shows they knew their fan base had nothing to hide.
I didn't think these things would be a topic this year. It's certainly not at this point, but here we go again.
Because now Indiana Fever players, all right, are getting called into question. Indiana Fever fans are getting called into question today. We got one post on here where somebody's literally calling, they're talking about there should be a boycott. That's what it really is, of the All-Star game over player safety.
The investigation basically turned into the WNBA chasing ghosts based on social media rumors and unverified claims. For 9 days, the league dedicated resources to tracking down evidence of something that apparently never happened. They reviewed every available piece of audio and video footage. They interviewed arena staff, team personnel, and fans who were in the vicinity. They examined security camera angles from multiple positions around the court. On May 27th, the WNBA announced the conclusion of their investigation with a simple but devastating statement. The allegations of racist fan behavior during game had not been substantiated. After all that noise and official statements, the league found exactly what everyone at the game already knew. Nothing happened. No racist comments, no inappropriate fan behavior, no evidence whatsoever to support the viral claims that had dominated social media for over.
The league is also taking a big L because there's no apologies to any fans whatsoever on this totally BS statement released by the WNBA. Yeah, you found nothing. That's great. That's accurate. Guess who told you you would find nothing? The entire Indiana Fever fan base said you weren't going to find anything. But this league that has never turned a profit decided to accuse their own fans.
Profit decided to accuse their own fans of this whole situation, exposed how quickly false narratives can spiral out of control in today's social media world. The WNBA felt compelled to launch a full investigation based purely on online chatter and unverified social media posts. Meanwhile, everyone who was actually present at Gainbridge Fieldhouse that day knew the truth from the beginning. The disconnect between what happened in real life and what exploded online couldn't be more obvious. Angel Reese's credibility just took a massive hit, and everyone who amplified these false allegations without evidence should be asking themselves some serious questions about their role in spreading misinformation.
I do appreciate them following up and clearing the air. However, the air should have never been dirty in the first place. This story put a stain on the start of the WNBA season. There was no question about it. It continued to paint a narrative around Fever fans and Caitlin Clark fans that is not fair, and in this case was totally not warranted.
Hours of the Fever versus Skyam ending making bold claims about what happened without any concrete proof. They took grainy footage with background noise and turned it into definitive. Suppose the problem is when you actually examine these viral posts, the smoking gun evidence just isn't there. The audio quality was poor, the context was missing, and the alleged comments couldn't be clearly identified. Social media users began filling in the blanks, turning speculation into assumed facts within hours of the game ending. This is where the whole thing went off the rails. People started quote tweeting and resharing these unverified claims, adding their own commentary and assumptions about what supposedly happened. Each share added another layer of certainty to what were essentially unproven allegations. The original post became gospel truth through the simple act of repetition across different platforms.
There shouldn't have been a statement until there was something of substance. Because to me, the statement itself is what opened up the entire can of worms, right? Like, I had seen the nonsense on social media. I was at the game, mind you, and it was a regular ass sporting event. I mean, nothing out of the ordinary. Fans cheered their team. They booed the other team. Good environment, fun game. They were happy afterwards. I think Fever fans were happy afterwards, of course, because their team smacked the Chicago Sky, smacked Angel Reese and company.
Viral nature of the claims created this echo chamber where people were sharing and resharing unverified information as gospel truth Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok became breeding grounds for misinformation as users competed to have the most outrageous take on the situation. The algorithm rewarded engagement, so the most inflammatory posts got the most visibility. Users who questioned the evidence or asked for proof were quickly shouted down by the mob mentality that had taken over.
League's response, just coming out right away and getting that investigation going.
Yeah, obviously, like I said, they understand that this is the priority. Obviously, there's no place for this, and they preach. I think 2 days before they put out no hate, no speech. And obviously, the women in this league, they know that, and know there's no space for that. And I believe that every player in this league deserves to be treated with respect and want to come to work and just have fun and have a great environment to work at. So I think they've done a great job putting that out, and we're obviously just going to respond as they need to.
Were you able to?
Damn, I really wish Angel Reese would talk and step up about all of her fans calling people all these nasty names. Oh, how being silent is such a blessing. Such a blessing it is to be silent and have nobody being critical of you.
Chicago Sky head coach Tyler Marsh's admission that he learned of the allegations when everyone else did completely destroys the narrative that something obvious happened during the game. If racist comments were loud enough and clear enough to traumatize a player, surely the coaching staff sitting right there on the bench would have heard them. Marsh's statement proves that even the people closest to Angel Reese had no idea anything inappropriate had occurred until social media told them it did.
But the telling admission is, we found out, or I found out when everyone else did. When did you become aware? When everyone else did. What does that indicate? That the Sky did not know or did not hear anything in real time or see anything in real time. So that makes the Sky, that makes the Fever, that makes me, that makes everyone I talked to who was in the arena, everyone else who has spoken from the arena.
Against Indiana. So what we're seeing is a textbook case of social media creating a controversy where none existed in real life. The disconnect between what happened at Gamebridge Fieldhouse and what exploded online couldn't be more obvious. This pattern should make everyone more skeptical about viral claims that can't be backed up with concrete evidence. Remember when Angel Reese was calling Caitlin Clark fans toxic and hostile? Well, this situation just backfired spectacularly. Reese has spent months criticizing Clark's fan base for being aggressive and creating negative environments in women's basketball. She painted herself as the victim of an unruly fan base that supposedly made the sport less welcoming for other players. Her narrative positioned Clark supporters as the problem plaguing women's basketball culture.
That makes no cameras, no cell phones. So far, no nothing to substantiate the alleged hateful fan comments or fan misconduct or however you want to label it, which makes me question mightily what the investigation is based on. And I would love to hear on the record what the investigation is based on, because based on all the information we have, the leading theory has to be it's based on the social media nonsense.
But now she's at the center of allegations that appear to be completely fabricated, targeting the exact fan base. She's been attacking. The WNBA investigation found zero evidence to support claims of racist comments from Fever fans. This puts Reese in an incredibly awkward position. She spent so much time criticizing the behavior of Clark's supporters, yet when the league conducted a thorough investigation into alleged misconduct by those same fans, they found nothing. The timing couldn't be worse for her credibility.
Quick follow-up on it. Just because you coached in Indiana, did you ever have any issues with that while you were coaching there?
I think my focus was always on the team and on the organization and doing my job as best as I could. And so, yeah, that's kind of what it is.
Were you learning this throughout the game or just at that moment?
Oh, I was concentrated on our team and what we were doing game plan wise against Indiana.
The contradiction is stunning. Someone who complained about manufactured drama just became the source of the biggest manufactured drama of the season. Reese's past comments about Clark fans being problematic now look like projection, especially given how this investigation turned out. She spent months pointing fingers at other people's behavior while potentially contributing to the exact kind of hostile environment She claimed to oppose her supporters on social media were quick to amplify these unverified claims, creating exactly the kind of hostile environment. She claimed to oppose the same people who criticized Clark fans for being too aggressive immediately jumped on these allegations without waiting for evidence. They shared posts, made inflammatory comments, and created a mob mentality around unproven claims. The situation revealed the massive double standard at play.
Of course, you didn't substantiate the allegations because they were baseless rumors spread online by Angel Reese fans.
Chicago's guy has to admit, once again, Angel lied. I'm sorry, bro. It looked like she lied, and her team members might have lied, just like Tyler Marsh said, bro. He didn't hear nothing until we heard it, bro. So if there was something going on to where it was racism involved, he would have heard it first. He'd have coaching the damn team, man. And for him not to hear nothing, looking spooky in Chicago today, bro. I ain't lying, dog.